Welcome back to Take 3 of The Condition, Episode 7. Today we'll be talking about topics such as the archetype store. I promised this time. Said that the past 2 episodes. I will be talking about it. I've been there twice now. The ring community. I might read off some live things from the ring community around me because everybody on there is psychotic.
I don't know what that means.
The ring community, like the ring doorbell, there's a whole community section of the app where people are gunshot? There was a gunshot today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Like every day is like someone's talking about gunshots that aren't there. Somebody talking about riots that aren't happening. I have personal stories with this ring community app thing ruining my night, like because you think there's an active shooter in your neighborhood.
Right, it's just schizophrenic nonsense.
Yes. The dog that crawled underground in Kentucky. We're reaching in the barrel here. No, but seriously, I'm very weary of like animal rescue videos, and I'll tell you why coming up. The movie When Evil Lurks. Welcome back to The Condition movie review show.
Sucked.
It didn't. There's a new song coming out soon that I'm excited about because we all know I am a stan. 50 Cent, Eminem, and Tupac.
Yep, on the street.
You heard of it? Yep, okay. Damn it, couldn't surprise Matt today. That's what I got, but as with every week, we talk about these topics we'll discuss, and we'll discuss them and more. Some of them we might not even talk about. So it's kind of just a big middle finger to people watching.
It's a free-for-all.
Yeah. No, we love you. So if there's an ad break, said ad break will happen in 3, 2, 1.
Ad.
And we're back. I'm sure you guys loved it. There's nothing we love more than just forcing ads on the viewing community within the first couple of minutes. So, where you want to start, Matt? You got anything? Any topics that we didn't get into in the first segment?
So, let's get right into When Evil Lurks, right? Because
movie review time.
When Evil Lurks is like Hispanic Evil Dead.
Kind of.
In the best way possible. You know what I'm saying? Like
more open world Hispanic Evil Dead.
Yeah, but it's not. In my humble opinion, I've seen a lot of horror movies. I'm a big fan. I didn't think it was that good. I thought the acting was pretty bad. I thought the character development was pretty lame. I thought
before you just shit on everything I love.
Yeah.
Let's talk about for the people watching. We were just, we text. We're dating.
We talk.
And so we were talking, and I told him, I stumbled upon this movie I think you'll really enjoy. And, I meant to watch Milk and Cereal. I still haven't. I promise you I will.
It was a whole thing.
And I'm going to tell you how much I hate it just to fuck with you.
It's amazing. You won't be able to.
So, yeah, I'm like, yo, you got to watch this movie. Me and my girl were looking. She stumbled on this TikTok where this guy is being quizzed by his girlfriend. Said guy is like a horror movie nerd, kind of like us, I guess.
Yeah.
But even more so if that's possible. And the quiz is like, yo, you're going to guess what movies are in the top 10 scariest horror movies in the past 5 years, according to this movie magazine people. Like what... For example, what did Complex rate the top 10 scariest movies in the past 5 years? It's a mouthful. But he starts guessing. And if he gets one right, she tells him, oh, yeah, that was number 1 or 2, whatever. Number 1, according to this magazine, was When Evil Lurks. And I was like, I've never seen that. She's like, I've never seen that. And so we checked it out. Turns out it's like a foreign flick. It's like Peruvian or... Spanish, some dialect, Spanish, whatever. And I had to do some real convincing because sometimes you're just not in the mood to read. Mm-hmm. We're American, so we didn't really want to have to read this. It was like the end of the night. We wanted to chill, watch it, but I was like, I think it'll be worth it. I really think it'll be worth it. They're saying this is the scariest movie in the past 5 years. It's not, but I enjoyed it because it's one of those movies where you will constantly find yourself going, what? Or like, oh my God, the dog did what? Oh, spoiler alert. Yeah, spoiler alert. You can't. It's an old movie. It's like past 5 years. So, spoiler alert warning now, because we're going to talk about it. So I'm like, I watched the movie, told Matt about it, say, you got to watch this. Let me know what you think. And at first, I thought you were right along with me, just enjoying the ride, enjoying the Evil Dead Spanish ride. And come to find out, critic Matthew is coming to lay his opinions down upon thee.
Yeah.
You think it's bad?
Yeah, let me pull up my.
Not just mid, but
Let me
bad.
pull up my very detailed notes that I took. I sent you pictures, thank Christ, of these. Okay, so initially, when I'm first starting into the film, I appreciate that it's kind of shot like a Christopher Nolan movie. Everything's dark. Everything's dark and kind of serious. Like just the visual tone of the movie kind of came off like a Nolan flick, which I thought was pretty cool. I didn't like the lack of a classification given to the overall demon. I'm like, is it a demon of pestilence? I'm not sure. Also, more background about the characters initially would have been cool.
Should we explain what the movie's about?
So, I mean, essentially, the movie's about like a Hispanic family fighting a demon invasion. Essentially,
It's like a poor farming community that exists in this like alternate reality, which I kind of like this whole alternate reality this movie takes place in, where like it's subtly known, at least in this community, God is dead, and because God is dead, and people are, I guess, are like faithless now and know this, demons are kind of more or less roaming free, creating what's called the rotten people. And basically someone who's rotten gives birth to more demons, I guess, and looks disgusting. And this family and on their farm hears gunshots at night, goes to investigate, ends up finding out that there's a rotten right in their backyard with this poor family living in like a shack, and chaos ensues of what do we do with it. Turns out they like the best idea they could come up with is like dump it on the side of the road like a couple miles down the street, because I guess if this thing like if you kill it or if it gives birth to this demon, it'll like ruin your community. But like I have whole theories about what the movie is kind of trying to say. And I think that answers a lot of those like vague questions you have about like what kind of demon is it? Why is the main character so stupid? Just little things. Why do they say don't kill it or like hurt it? Mm-hmm. You have to only kill it with this mysterious tool.
That seemed more like a plot device to extend the narrative. You know, it didn't really strike me as like a deep movie for real. It felt very face value. Everything was very like either said or it wasn't, and if it wasn't said, I feel like it was just because it was like unimportant. I do appreciate I wrote down in my notes the 30-minute mark. The 36-minute mark when the dog attacks the kid. That was
basically decapitates.
Yeah, that shit was insane. Snaps the kid's neck, just starts ragdolling her around on a lot. Wow, the YouTube's gonna hate that. But that was just insane. The dog was crazy. Then they killed the dog, and then the lady gets hit by the car, and then the guy, and it's a lot of death. It's a lot of murder. The gore and effects in the film are super good. I like the relationship between Pedro and his brother Jimmy. I thought that was pretty good.
Two main characters.
Well, the ending kind of gave me pause because rather than I don't know, it felt more like the bloater from Left 4 Dead that fucking gave birth to the kid was more like, I don't know, it felt like Pedro made a bad call and gave rise to the Antichrist at the end of the film.
Yeah, so I always when I'm watching movies, I can't help. Thanks to this English teacher I had in middle school. Ever since then, I'm like looking deeper into movies. Like, what is it trying to tell you? What is like the underlying message?
Yeah.
What is the metaphor here? And to me, it seemed like a movie about like the dangers of losing faith, especially because of where this movie was shot. And like, I feel like religion is a super big piece of culture over there.
For sure.
And it was like, kind of was telling me like, if you lose faith or those around you lose faith, first of all, you can't like bring them back to God
Yeah.
by like disowning them or hating them. You can't like scream God back into them. You can only do it with like understanding, acceptance, and tolerance.
Yeah, exactly.
Which made me like the reason I think that has something to do with the movie is because they're constantly telling you like, yo, this rotten bloater demon that's going to give birth to the Antichrist, like you might think, oh, let's just shoot it in the head, but you can't. They tell, like the main characters are told multiple times, don't shoot it. Don't even really harm it. You have to like basically kill it or deal with it with this very specific undescribed tool. I'm thinking God.
It's a.
Love, forgiveness. I think that's what the tool represents.
I'm not sure.
I'm not saying I agree
Right.
with the like thoughts of it, but like
Yeah.
just the whole narrative they keep hounding you don't hurt it, don't kill it. Like an Evil Dead, you just burn this bitch alive, cut it into
Right.
pieces. They're like you can't kill it unless you use this specific tool. And then also like Pedro is the main character. I'm terrible with remembering character names after I see it, but he's like has no faith. Like they briefly mention that he tried to kill himself and his whole family.
Wrote down the whole cast.
Yeah,
Just to keep track.
and all of them died more or less.
Actually, yes, literally everybody but Jimmy and Pedro.
Yeah, spoiler. And so he has no faith, which is exactly why in the end when he's literally with this like demonologist woman that like knows how to deal with this whole problem. She's coaching him through the whole thing. She's like, we're surrounded by little demon children that want to like they're lying to us, telling us that that's like, oh, the answer is really in this other room, or oh, you can actually go do this, and they're clearly like possessed.
He's in my basement.
Yeah, they're clearly like possessed little demon babies, but he like listens to them under pressure instead of like the person he's been doing this with all along. And so you're like idiot, but it shows his lack of faith. So does his attempted suicide. So does his handling of the problem itself. Maybe I'm getting in the weeds, but like I feel like it has some.
He comes off the whole time as just like an unstable guy that is very unfit to handle the situation that he's been thrust into.
Isn't that all of us? Life itself, we all feel at first like we're I don't know. We can feel unfit to attack many problems that we have to throughout life.
Yeah, but then if it's trying to be analogous if it's trying to be a relatable life movie in that aspect, it kind of really falls flat in that way too, because it's not like I don't know, when you're having an extraordinary circumstance that constitutes the plot of a movie, you need characters that adapt to be the level of interesting enough to deal with the situation at hand.
Yeah.
This guy literally just sucked the whole movie, irredeemably sucked the whole film, and then kept making bad calls, and then literally gave like rise to the Antichrist. And then
with his ignorance and lack of faith.
I don't know. If it feels weak, you know what I'm saying? The film just felt weak. Like it's relying on a lot of stuff that isn't there to have it stand on its own two legs.
Yeah, I mean, there were some standout gems of scenes though. Like
the
gore
whole was good.
I laughed out loud during this scene and reading your notes about this scene. There's a scene where he's kind of fleeing, he's a dad that's been separated from his family basically because he's an idiot. And so he realizes, oh, it's too late. Like everything's gonna fall apart. Doesn't have any faith, and so he goes to like, so he goes to grab his kids, and I think also his ex-wife, but he goes to her house, full well knowing there's a restraining order. He's not supposed to see his wife or kids, and that she's married to another guy, and they all hate him.
Shout out Leo.
Yeah, and so he runs in, and he's like, "I need the kids now. We have to go. I know I tried to kill you and myself and the kids a while ago, but like, that's the past. Listen to me. There's a demon on the loose." As he's stripping naked in their house, like front room. Now he's stripping naked because one of the rules of, which could be confession. That could be a metaphor for confession. Strip naked of anyway. I'm a designer. I have to look deeper.
Right.
But so it's a rule. Like if you encounter one of these rotten demons, you have to like lose the clothes. They're infected, I guess. And so I guess he decides to do the changing of clothes as soon as he runs to his ex-wife's house in front of the kids and her husband. And she doesn't like that too much, obviously. And he comes off as nutty. And so in the middle of all this commotion, they're screaming at each other. He's half naked, getting new clothes, trying to get his autistic son and his other younger son together in the car, trying to convince him of what's going on. And all the commotion, there's this other kid like petting this huge dog. And the whole time I'm like, that dog is going to do something terrible. And it just does.
It does.
Like it at one point I thought the dog decapitated this child.
It was just dragging her little lifeless body around for a while. It was nuts.
Yeah, and it was also just watching this movie after Evil Dead when we were talking about how crazy it is that like the post-credit scenes and what happened there. Go watch episode 6. It's just crazy because throughout the whole movie there's constant unaliving of younger humanoids.
There's two plot holes in the film, and they both involve the kids. What was his name? Santio never comes back. Everyone that
Santio?
The son, he never comes back, right? The Jair is the Santio never comes back.
Isn't Santio the one that was getting his brain scooped out?
Yeah. But he doesn't come back. You never see him again in the movie. The mother gets heinously disfigured and then comes back alive and still looks fucked up. But the little girl gets mangled by the dog, comes back to life, looks fine. The film is just inconsistent. I don't know if it's
she also gets hit by a car.
Exactly. I don't know if it's a budget thing or what, but the film is just inconsistent visually at times with like the actual effect of these demons and stuff, and it really just focuses on how insanely gross the fucking bloater guy thing from Left 4 Dead 2 looking ass shit is. I don't know. It wasn't I would have appreciated the film if it was a bit more self-aware and took itself a bit less serious, but because every line of the film is being fucking screamed at me.
Yeah.
And at times really annoying and uncalled for ways that don't even necessarily fit the pacing or tone of the film. It just like
they're passionate people over there.
No, and I get that. But I just like there's been like La Llorona is a way better Hispanic horror movie than that for sure. La Llorona's way cooler. Is
that one that's not in the Conjuring universe, is it? Or
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
It's mixed up. Maybe I'm
the Woman in
confusing
Black
the nun.
with Spanish essentially. And the Woman in Black with Daniel Radcliffe is fire. It's just that but Spanish.
It's
good.
I thought it was kind of interesting. Or weird, I guess. In the first death in the movie, you don't see it happen. And it's that guy, basically an exorcist, was called to deal with this bloater a long time ago and then died like the night before he was going to get there. And they find his body. And with all the gore in the movie, you can just catch little glimpses on the side of the screen
Yeah.
that there's a dead guy.
Right.
And by the way, the guy looks like he's like cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if there is a budget thing. I wonder if there is other reasons, like for why, little daughter gets hit by a car and then comes back looking like she just went to school or whatever. Like, I don't know. But you had a rating system.
I do have a rating system. Yeah, I had a quality scale and then a fear factor, and both of which are out of 10. So out of 10, 10 being the possible, 1 being the minimum. I gave it a 5 to 6 on the quality scale. There's a lot of things holding this film back from being as good as it could have been. The fear, I gave that a smooth 4 out of 10, which is pretty low despite all of the gore and the very fast pacing and movement of the film. But it's kind of because the pacing of the film is so fast, nothing's left to linger. You're not left with much time to think about what you just saw. It's just kind of there, and then we're on to the next thing,
Yeah.
and someone's screaming again.
At one point, you see a woman walking down the street eating the brains of a young humanoid, and
Hers.
that's just kind of that scene.
It's her son.
Yeah, and then
Yeah. And then Jimmy hits her with his car.
which makes no sense. He just once again goes against everything everyone said, which also like another plot hole, and we can move on.
Nothing happened to Jimmy.
Exactly. And they make it. They're like, if you heard it, they show with the farmer and his wife.
Film.
The farmer and his wife are like the next people to die, I believe. And he basically
First.
Technically the one you don't see.
Oh fuck yeah, I guess that's right.
So the first people you see die simply because they killed one of the demon things, which was a goat.
Yeah.
And by the way, how'd he know that one was? She just goes, they're looking at a herd of goats or sheep or whatever, and his wife's in the field screaming. She's like, husband, it's that one. And she's just pointing at one of the goats in the middle of the how'd she know?
I think it was staring at her weird, and it just gave her a vibe. And so he came over and fired the first shot of the shotgun into the air, and all of the goats run away, but the one goat she was referring to, it just stayed there.
Not only that, but pressed its own head up against the barrel of the gun.
Yeah, and then fucking.
That's when you know it's the one.
Then the goat, like made a bleeding, like it's called a bleating, and fucking they startled Ruiz, and he fired the shotgun, blowing the thing's head open, and then Ruiz's wife, I had her name down somewhere. Oh well.
Forgettable.
She fucking picks up an axe and kills Ruiz, her own husband, and then puts the axe into her face repeatedly.
Yeah.
Unaliving herself.
And they show you all this.
Yeah, and it was, I don't know, man. It was trying to do a lot, but the execution for me just wasn't really there.
Yeah. I mean, hearing all this, I don't think it's the next best thing.
Right,
but
right.
It was I didn't expect to see anything exciting.
I'm harsh.
Yeah, well, we were talking before we put on camera. I think that's why with a lot of things when we're like talking about some new culture thing that's come out, music, movies, whatever, I tend to get really I can also be harsh with certain things. Like
right.
I don't think a piece of shit's a diamond.
Yeah.
I can tell the difference, but if I like something, I tend to go really all the way if I even am at a 5 out of 10. I'm just like, oh, this was cool. Especially first time seeing it the day or two after. Mm-hmm. But then you'll be like, no, Julian, that was actually trash.
This was fucking retarded.
Yeah. And so I feel like it works for us. But if I had to grade it, I mean, and I want to get into this next, but fear is such a hard thing for me to grade right now. I honestly, it makes me want to give the fear of it a 2 or 3.
Right, when we're so desensitized. Exactly.
Yeah,
and it's just not a very scary
It's
film.
going to be scary for you if gore or death really unnerve you and freak you out, or demons, I guess. Maybe if you're super religious. I don't know. But quality, I probably would give it a 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Probably a 7. I don't want to let myself be too skewed.
Right,
from
right.
The 4 you gave it or whatever.
5 or 6, and then 4
Yeah.
for fear. Yeah.
But I feel like we should try and answer the question ourselves. The original question that prompted me to watch this movie in the first place is, what do you think the number one scariest movie in the past 5 years to you is? Because I have an answer.
The past 5 years.
Yeah, I have an answer that's out of that time frame, and I have an answer that's in it.
Scariest, like actually, like bothered me.
Scary, or if it's so good and pretty scary. You know what I mean?
That's really hard. I watched so many horror. Honestly, I'm such a hater. I could really go through my top 5 shittiest of the past 5 years so fast.
Harder to do the best.
It's harder to be like, what is the best one of the past 5 years? For sure, not fucking this. That guy's
Oh, yeah.
smoking meth. His opinion is invalid.
The next one down, like number 2, I believe, was Talk to Me.
That's
Terrifier
not that
2
crazy
was like
easy.
6.
I love Terrifier, which is not very scary. It's funny. Terrifier 2 is hilarious.
Terrifier kind of freaks me out a little bit. He's so disturbed.
They're making a 4th one right now.
They're
I
gonna make
can't
12.
wait.
I'm
Shout
sure
out
they'll
Damien
make.
Leone.
He's the new Scream
I love him.
tattoo.
Oh yeah. My ghost face. Fucking that's a really hard question, man. You know, like genuinely bothersome. I felt different consuming the content. I mean, Heretic is kind of up there because
I haven't seen it.
Heretic is just such a thinker, like a good psych thriller. You know, I really appreciate stuff like that. But then again, it's not really scary. It's more of just like a really outside the box thinker piece. I'm really, with all complete lack of ego in check, like I really am just not afraid of much.
Well, yeah,
when
but
when
if
it
you
comes
had to,
films.
you want me to give you mine?
Yeah, go ahead. Let me think a little
Okay.
more. Go ahead.
So if we're doing the past 5 years,
Yeah.
the thing that comes to mind could be Bring Her Back. Bring Her Back is
That's a fucked up movie.
it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
And once again, you have to keep in mind, I'm not saying I was terrified after watching it.
Right.
But it's disturbing for sure. It was a really good movie for sure. I would definitely put Bring Her Back way above Talk to Me. And yeah, like Evil Dead Rise was in that list, and it was like far down. But I think they just like the like killing of innocents, because in a lot of those movies, there's like young humanoids being ended.
Literally.
But
I
yeah,
wish
no,
Midsummer wasn't 10 years old because Midsummer is really so good.
that doesn't scare me though. Bring Her Back scared me more. Some of those old footage in that movie of like the like exorcisms
I
and
could
stuff,
see that, yeah.
the kid biting the cantaloupe and knife, that
Fire.
that movie's really good. But if I'm going out of the 5-year range, this movie sticks in me. Pause.
Gay.
This movie has stuck with me because I remember it scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, and every sequel they've made has been awful. But the original, Strangers,
Strange.
really spooked me. Have you seen Strangers?
What's that one?
So Strangers is the one that subtly claims to be based on a true story.
Okay.
And it's basically like husband and wife come home from date night
Right.
and then are stalked by masked murderers in their house. But it's not like crazy. It's like they knock on your door. It's like, is Tabitha home? And he's like, no. And then an hour later, is Tabitha home? And like they have so many scenes of like the epitome of fear to me.
Yeah.
The thing that will probably does freak me out in some movies when done right. You're at night alone and look out the window and there's just a figure staring at you.
Yeah.
They do a lot of that, and then just like that feeling of being trapped, and it's like a real thing that could happen. Like you really could just have like a home invader that just like taunts you, and there's no happy ending in that movie. That movie freaks me out, but that's not in the past 5 years. Every Strangers after that sucks, especially the newest one. The newest one was the biggest disappointment.
A really good horror movie. Actually, I referenced it earlier. It's kind of funny. But it's stuck with me for a long time. The Woman in Black with Daniel Radcliffe, the first one.
Okay.
That's a fuck it. That movie is just so. Have you seen it?
Yeah, a while ago.
Watch it again.
I will.
It's so unnerving, and she is in the entity. She's in the background of so many shots that
Yeah.
like the editors of the film deserve an award because of how, and it's freaky.
Yeah.
She's put in freaky little spots, bro. But when you notice her, it's like, oh shit, and it'll be like.
It's like Where's Waldo, but like where's the demon?
Exactly, yeah. Like she's in almost every. I'm getting a little goosebumps just talking about it. But in almost every shot where Harry Potter's in the fucking house with Daniel Radcliffe's in the house with the lady demon thing, she's in the shot somewhere. Whether he's looking at her or not, she's not even the focus, but she's in almost every
Is it
shot.
to an extent where you could easily miss it?
Yes.
They do a lot of that.
Very
in
easy to miss.
the original Insidious. They do,
Yeah.
which by the way I think is the scariest one.
The original's the best.
Yeah.
It's the face behind the face.
Yeah.
And to tiptoe through the tulips.
Yeah, and then like you'll see somebody lurking in the
Ugh.
back window.
Yeah.
And it's like you
Fucked.
can easily miss it. But I love those little details. Which, by the way, speaking of little details, check out SchumannDesigns.shop. Yeah, the story behind
little
everything.
details. They're fantastic pieces.
But I'm wearing the jeans right now, but we're doing a new little set because we know the couch is not sustainable. We're working on doing new sets for the show, but this one blocks my attire. You look at me like we should cut something out.
No, I'm just thinking about the couch.
Oh, that's not for the viewers. The couch is haunted.
So this cup reminds me of my gallon bucket I have at home.
That's what it is. It's
gallon
Lowe's.
bucket. Yeah, with the little handle.
I got this
That's
for
nice.
free.
Wow.
Shout out Bob, because Bob Docs.
Giorno.
Bob Giorno, and it's one of my favorite cups, truly. It's based on the little gallon bucket, and it came about when everybody started losing their minds because Lowe's made little pink cups. Do you hear about this?
No, sounds gay.
It's pretty. Yeah. My girlfriend loved it, so fuck you. No, it went like viral. Lowe's made drinkable and like dishwasher safe cups like this, but like plastic and hot pink.
Little buckets, okay.
And they're like hot pink, like this big, and like everybody, give me the bucket.
Give me a little pink bucket.
It like even spawned like Myers has knockoff ones now
That's
with like for
hilarious.
whatever reason, if you're gonna knock it off, do cool colors, and they did like swamp green and red,
Ew.
and it's but like
Christmas?
this one, yeah. I went in looking for the little pink buckets, and they're like, we're out of those, but we have some Christmas stock left over. And I was like, I'll take a fucking mug. I like me a mug.
Yeah, that's a good mug. Bucket mug.
But yeah,
Mug.
where were we? Oh, shit, there was something.
Milk and Cereal
Yeah.
is a great movie, and it's free, and it's on YouTube, and it's made by Curry Barker, the guy that did Obsession.
For your bingo cards, that's another Curry Barker reference.
It's really good. It's
should-
really, really good, and you need to watch it. And the fact
I
that you
promise.
didn't watch it hurts my spirit.
I mean, dude, listen. When you're in a relationship, you have to come to like agreements on like what we're gonna watch all the time. There's like, what are we gonna listen to in the car?
theoretically, you don't.
Well, we want to watch things together, and sometimes she'll recommend something, and I'm like, you know what, I would like to watch that. Maybe Milk and Cereal can wait. The same thing, like, well, not that in that context it sounds bad, but you had told me to listen to the new single that you have coming out soon. No, I loved it, but the thing is, like, you send it to me, and it's like, well, we're listening to this podcast episode, or we're like. It's hard to get the aux from the woman. so I'm like, I had some time yesterday, I think, and I put it on, and it's still stuck in my head.
Hell yeah.
It's a really good song. I'm really excited for this new album, and I
So
genuinely
good.
mean that. I think it's going to be a really great one. Medici coming soon.
Medici.
Shameless plug, but I actually put it in the notes because it's a good song. Check it
Way,
out.
dude. It's on the way. Yeah, it comes out the 31st. It's called Ghost of You. Ghost of You is the name of the new single from this Medici project. It's Ghost of You / Cabo, Cabo.
Oh, yeah. What did that mean? I saw that in the file.
The hook.
I thought it was Cabo. That's why I was thrown off.
Cabo, yeah.
We'll have to listen to it again.
In the hook when I say cut a bitch off.
Yeah, lay
Cabo.
low. Oh. Well, yeah. See, I was thinking Cabo, like the place that I love.
I'm poor. I've never been there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know you're poor.
No, I mean I haven't been back. I haven't been back for the same reasons, Matt. I got a free ride to Cabo and I haven't been back since. So I'm feeling with you there.
How the fuck do you get a free ride to Cabo?
No, I mean my mother's she's rich.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so yeah. So I've been to Cabo once or twice. No,
My
but
music is great, and shout out Cabo. I'd like to go. Listen to my music so I can go to Cabo.
I will have to go to Cabo.
We'll have to go to. Is that a fucking option? Can we just do that? Is that a thing?
How's next week? No, I mean, no. Let's put it in perspective, guys. Like the vacations we're planning. I have a funeral in Kentucky next month,
Sick.
and is it? And
Scenic.
I told you recently when we'll have to actually do this. I meant it. We can go to the exotic West Virginia Mothman Museum.
I want to do that.
You'd rather do Cabo, some kind of bullshit like Cabo, than West
What are you,
Virginia
gay?
Mothman Museum.
What are you trying to cheat on your wife? What are you, a dentist?
Since I've turned 18, those are my vacations. I go to the woods.
Yes.
I put a bag over my head and imagine.
Beat off like Joe Rogan.
What?
Do horse drugs.
Okay. Yeah, so Cabo. Jesus. Yeah, when I saw
West
that.
Virginia. We need
made
to
me
do
think
that. We need to actually do that.
Yeah, you'll hear about it on the show. I haven't been to the museum. I've seen it. I've driven past it multiple times. But I've never been inside it. We need to get merch.
Yes.
A Schooneman collab.
$300 at that place whenever we go.
Still hasn't bought clothes.
Fuck.
No, but a Schooneman collab with Mothman Museum. It's got to happen.
So cool. Yeah.
That would be
Or
sick.
like for the rebrand, that'd be fucking cool.
Yeah.
The condition is moth.
Yeah. I mean,
Feeling
subtle
mafia.
hint at rebrand. Yeah, I mean, that's what it'll be. It'll be a condition X Mothman. Yes? No. You're good.
How are you? Haha, work. Assigned work.
Can the task wait like 20 minutes? Oh, okay. Love you. Mothman condition would be
Moth dishing.
what condition would that? People don't know what we're talking about. But they can go back when it's out. Like would it be like paranoia?
Hysteria.
Yeah, hysteria.
Oh.
I want to do it. Can I just say it? Is it crazy to just say what I want to do?
As long as it's not fuck a dog, yeah, I think you're getting
Okay,
pretty good to
well,
go.
Fair point. No, I mean, so we have an idea for future collections.
I'm hilarious.
That'll basically, it's just like, it's a rename, but more like a rebrand because there's a whole new concept behind it. And I did not expect this to come up now, but I've wanted to talk about it. And I don't see any reason why not.
Why not?
Brand's going to be called Condition with the next collection. Each collection is going to be inspired by a mental condition, feeling, emotion, anything from fear to depression to addiction to ADHD, anything you can think of in that space. It doesn't have to be necessarily like an ailment. It can be an emotion, but each collection will be subtly or drastically pulling inspiration from that. And then portions of the profits will go to help people when applicable. Big word. $10,000 word. When applicable,
Wow.
almost butchered it the second time, we will donate to people to help who are dealing with that. So if we're doing depression, helping with people finding therapy for depression or like getting treatment, stuff like that.
It'd be like donations to organizations that do shit like that for people.
Yes, and then
it wouldn't be us using the resources to give to just random people. We'd be giving it to organizations that are already doing this stuff, like the suicide hotline program, things like that. You know what I mean? From every collection, like I'm bipolar myself. There's different organizations we can give back to that like further study the condition, things like that. And that's kind of what it is, right? Oh, and we're trying to further study the condition, the overall human condition.
Yes.
And in doing that, we're giving physical, wearable, high-quality representations of these various conditions that you experience throughout the overall human condition, human experience.
And like with the Stone Collection, it'll be inspired by these things, but we're not making PSA shirts. It's going to be subtleties in the design where when you read into it, some might be more clear than others, but for it to be something you want to wear or think is cool, it's not relying on its backstory, but its inspiration is pulled from the backstory. So it's going to be super cool. Like I even think there's one collection I have in mind of like nihilism.
That'd be cool.
That I have this image in my head of like, and this has been done before, but there's many different ways I'd like to do it. But like almost an all over kind of newspaper clipping kind of print, almost like camouflage, but newspaper clippings. And it's like 8 out of the 10 of them are like horrific and like real even, but like they're like negative headlines, and like hidden in there are these like small positive ones, but like the much more observable negative. And like I have a ton of ideas for collections we'll do with that, but super excited for when the day comes we can first launch a collection for that.
It'll be dope.
And the time being, you can buy from machinimanddesigns.shop from the
buy
same
the rest
minds.
of our inventory so we can do the rebrand. Please.
I mean, more or less.
We need money to do the thing.
And I still stand 10 toes on what we have now. It's great.
It's amazing.
It has meaning in its own. It's from the same minds that will bring you condition. So yeah, it's exciting. We have a goal, and I get jealous because I hearing about you making projects that are so cool.
Thank you.
It's fucking cost. Why does it have to cost money to make clothes?
I know, dude. Before we get off top, whenever we get around to this wasn't going to mean anything to anybody on the show, but I really want to do a schizophrenia collection and kind of make it about Joey.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I'd love that. Yeah, for sure. That was one of like my top 5 like first ones. I don't know which one will be the first one, but that would be awesome.
I don't think
that's going to start with the
first
capsule.
one. I think that one's going to be really dark, and I think it should be
give something
really abstract and flashy looking at the same time.
Give something to like let people start to get a taste for things.
Yeah,
where our minds are at, and like
a bit more relatable.
And then we can start doing things once people catch on and want more diverse products.
Absolutely.
And the first collection was likely to be a small capsule of about 3 or 4 different garments.
Yeah.
But I mean, let us know in the comments if you're listening, like, what do you think the first collection from Condition should be? What ailments, emotions, or mental health issues do you think we should shed a light on or look into? And last thing on the topic, I was thinking, like, also we can have, if they're comfortable, people literally on the show to talk about it. Yeah. Because when creating these collections, I'm looking to actually be speaking with people suffering from it, or who help people with it. Or
absolutely, yeah.
I mean, it might be hard for some of them, but
I mean, I think because we're trying to go through, not even if, but because we are for a fact going through the more hands-on channel of like donating money to organizations that help people that have the issues, they might even be able to put us on with like a local spokesman for said thing that kind of does media stuff already.
Well, because like I want something, I want to pull inspiration for what somebody really dealing with it feels like dealing with that.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely. Yeah, I would hate for us to pull in a mentally ill person that says a bunch of mentally ill stuff on the internet, and then it's just encapsulated forever.
Understood. Like we obviously want people who like are in a space that they feel able and comfortable talking.
Exactly.
Like, ideally they've gotten the help that
Right. And we
they
film
needed.
here, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So we got to be extra careful.
Yeah.
So like if
No.
these orgs can put us on with like reps more or less per
Yeah.
se, people that we kind of have a paper trail with, I think that would be a safe play for real.
Because it's like, there's so many rabbit holes you can go down. And it's like
Bunch.
certain conditions that
Right.
like, they might be harder to get on as a guest.
For sure.
Safely. But anyway, that was cool to talk about. But
That quick little interjection about the future and just
Yeah.
kind of a quick fire rapid
I've been-
fire thoughts we'd be having.
been going back and forth about talking about it for a while. In the intro notes of topics, there's one thing I wanted to touch on because it's recent. As we're recording it, you watch Netflix documentaries, don't you?
Yeah, I'm a big documentary nerd.
There's a new one out called Toxic Love Story.
Okay, what's that about?
It's about, okay, spoiler alert, I guess. I'm not going to go too deep. Still watch it. It's kind of about a U.S. Marshal has girlfriend.
Okay.
U.S. Marshal and girlfriend start on the surface being stalked, harassed, and threatened by U.S. Marshal's ex-girlfriend. Story ensues. U.S. Marshal's ex-girlfriend is very crazy, talks about seeing herself as or calling the current girlfriend, I think, as Lilith, which is
Okay.
like a biblical figure.
For
that,
sure, right.
eats
Shout out
babies.
Satan, yeah.
Yeah. And so she starts talking about, I'm going to kill your baby and I'm going to hunt you down.
Yeah.
And then at one point, the thing I wanted to touch on, because I was watching it and insane, all around. At one point, this ex-girlfriend starts to say, oh, you know what I'm going to do to you, current girlfriend? I'm going to put out a Craigslist ad to have somebody, what's the political term for the R word?
Fucking grape soda.
Yeah, so I'm going to put a Craigslist ad for you wanting grape soda and where you're at, and somebody's
Whoa.
going to go do it.
Whoa.
And so
Not the soda.
the documentary,
Sorry. I'm a bad person. I'm sorry.
but if you could think
Is he bubbly?
think of the people responding to that ad.
Right.
Now imagine
God.
Netflix gets the guy that responded to the ad.
name's Daryl.
Yeah, literally, I'm like,
Oh, fuck.
no way you're telling me that they're like, hey, do you want to be a part of this documentary where you talk about how you were gonna do your
My name's Buck. I like to
horrendous
fuck.
kink on somebody? I get it. There's a culture of people that
Whoa.
not culture, but there's a certain
Sect.
people that want that. It's a kink.
Right.
That's what the Craigslist ad was for, was people with that kink. But the guy even says nobody's ever actually said they wanted it. And then he's like, this girl seemed excited, so I figured I'd hop on down, drive over to her house.
Unconsensually do stuff.
Yeah, unconsensually, consensually. It's
CNC.
I was just so shocked. How did you get this guy to be on camera talking about how he was driving to do that?
I drove 4 hours.
Yeah, and he's like, I came up to the door, I seen
Hot pussy.
they had this crazy condo type place, and it was one of those things where you can see the name, you have pressing a code or to call down to the person. And it's like, oh, there's a guy here, and then he dipped out. But the documentary is something wholly different entirely. It's kind of like Barbarian, where you're watching it and then halfway through it completely changes into something else.
He's making a new movie, Zach Krager.
I know Resident Evil this is going to be the best Resident Evil ever made.
Doing the new Resident Evil. Yeah, shout out Whitest Kids You Know. Shout out Barbarian. Shout out Weapons. Shout out Zach Krager. Yeah, they're letting him do the new Resident Evil, and I'm very excited.
Have you seen the trailer?
Fuck, I've seen both of them now. They dropped the new one literally yesterday, and it was
So-
awesome.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I've mentioned this a few times. I don't watch trailers. I'll watch 20 seconds of them tops
I'm a
because
nerd.
there's so many things. I was so excited for this new Resident Evil movie because it looks different from any of the ones before.
It's bananas.
It looks more like a horror movie.
But it's in Raccoon City, which is fire.
Yeah, I heard Leon gets referenced, and
Yeah, that makes
like
sense.
very vaguely.
Right.
But anyway, so like you'll watch a trailer, and then you'll see scenes where if you went and watched the movie without the trailer, you'd have no idea that. I mean, for the Resident Evil trailer, as an example. I watch a little further than I even do usually. And in the trailer, at least the one I saw, he's delivering this medical organ, he thinks, to somebody or a doctor who might need it.
Important work.
Driving through the woods at night on an icy road, arguing with his girlfriend, crashes. And then you see he stumbles on this like twisted up, like zombie monster looking body.
Girlfriend sounds like a total bitch, by the way.
Yeah. And then he runs to a nearby cabin.
Right.
That's where I cut it off. But
it gets good.
But that's the thing. I don't want to watch the movie knowing he even finds a body then. I don't want to watch a movie knowing that he crashes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I want to be able to be like, holy shit, there's a body in the woods.
You didn't see the coolest shot of the whole trailer.
No.
Dog, he's running through Raccoon City, and there's just organs falling from the sky.
Is that the shot that you see in the thumbnails where he's covered in blood?
Watch the new trailer. I swear to you, watch the whole new trailer.
I should break my rule for this movie.
You should, because it looks dope. What I appreciate is it's kind of the new Resident Evil movie is kind of giving me the same vibe as some of the newer games, right? And I like these newer Resident Evil games because they're more like story-driven, bite-sized, narrative-focused content, which is awesome. And the movie kind of feels like that, you know? It's not fucking the over-the-top gun kata action nonsense, you know? That is badass and awesome and has its place for sure, but it's not that at all. It's just a guy having a problem in that universe, and I can appreciate these more grounded, not realistic because they're still fanciful and insane, but just grounded, it feels like narratives. Yeah.
Well, the way I explain it to people who know like Resident Evil games, and it's ironic because I might get this one mixed up, but when it comes to Resident Evil, game or movie, I'm more of a Biohazard guy than I am a Resident Evil 4 guy.
That's fair.
Like, I'd rather see the horror story about, like, you know, like in Biohazard, like a family that's, like, infected with this shit and they're doing crazy, scary stuff. It's more horror-driven with a little taste of, like, action or fantasy.
That tall lady in Biohazard's got the heavies. Man,
I can't remember all the characters.
I forget her name, but she's got them Freddy Krueger hands, but just the fucking the Rackamundo. It's insane.
I played that with VR. All right, we're back. My girlfriend just passed away. So with Resident Evil, yeah.
Resident Evil. It looks great.
I played that thing on a Resident Evil. Sorry, I played that on.
You were a Biohazard guy.
Yeah, PlayStation VR. Terrifying. Alone in my dad's basement.
Not with them boobs.
And then I was
away from some titties.
And so yeah, I'm excited for the movie. It feels weird because I find myself getting more excited about the directors in a movie than the actors. Oh, and by the way, the main character of this Resident Evil movie is also like, yes, he's my favorite character in Weapons. He's the junkie guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
That guy is me and my girlfriend love his character because he's one of my favorite parts in the movie. He seems like almost that same dude in a different reality.
Well, he was his junkie character in Weapons was supposed to be analogous for Trevor before he died. Trevor Moore, R.I.P.
Really?
Yeah, that's what Zach said in an interview, I guess.
Was Trevor a junkie?
Alcoholic, really, really bad.
Okay.
Contributed to his death, I guess.
Damn. Did he have? Did the guy in Weapons? Did he die? I can't remember. He does, doesn't he?
Junkie guy.
Yeah.
I think he gets whacked by house people.
House. Yeah. That movie's
it's a layered film. I don't want to say too much. Right. I also really respect that director.
Why is it called Weapons? I had my dad ask the same thing.
Oh man. It's called Weapons for a few different reasons. It's more about how things get weaponized, things get turned into weapons.
Okay.
People are all sort of like with the floating M16 in the sky and the countdown clock above the what did any of that mean? There's a lot going on in that movie. I highly recommend everybody sits down with a good hour long. I could go on a full hour long breakdown myself on some Wendigo and shit just about weapons and what it all means. But it's a lot. It's really just about how things get weaponized and how people weaponize and society weaponize things at its core.
For whatever reason, I didn't find myself digging deeper into that movie. I love the movie. I don't mean it like that.
Motherfucker.
No. I mean like
They should have spoke Spanish.
I know. I meant like I watched it, and maybe it didn't click to me. Not the movie. I'm saying I think I just enjoyed watching the movie.
Yeah.
And like, not that I only do that thing with movies I don't enjoy as much.
Right.
I love weapons. Believe me, I love weapons.
I swear to God, I like it. And Barbarian.
Barbarian. I was just about to say, I'm not quite sure which one I
Justin
prefer.
Long can do no wrong.
Barbarian's just fun. I would like the plot of like
It's a fucking weird movie.
where they start out, like where they double book the Airbnb. That could be a movie just in itself.
Yeah, and then you add everything else, and then it's its own fucking weird,
Yeah, it's a lot.
unreplicatable thing.
But
That's what I appreciate about these Zach. Not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but I think that's what I
do
really
it.
appreciate about these Zach Krieger movies so far is that like he's just making very unique, I feel like in my mind, unreplicatable shit because the layers of depth and dimension are so personal to him as the director and creator of the content that like a person that's not him could not recreate the same shit, right? You can't just redo Weapons 15 years from now. It's a different fucking film.
now that you mention it, you're the perfect guy to ask because I've consistently heard this talked about, but I was never able to see any confirmation of it if this was a real thing. But I heard somewhere that the director, Zach Kreger was like, yeah, this movie Weapons is based on something that happened to me as a kid.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of real life, very personal things. Whether it's Trevor or the junkie being analogous to Trevor, there's a lot of things in that movie that I guess that are very personal tie-ins for Zach. The extent of which I feel like we'll never truly be told all of. I'm sure some of it gets pretty dark and fucked up, which is fine. But you know what I mean. We don't need to know everything as the people. But from what he has said, yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff in there that's like, I mean, his childhood, I guess, was kind of like dark and fucked up, and he knows a lot of people that had dark and fucked up things happen to them, and a lot of people in his life he's witnessed like be problematic and have issues. Not to say the same words, just differently. I apologize, but that's you know what he's just he's a very observant guy, and the way he's clearly a very observant guy. I should say it's not like I know him. But then the way he's translated those observations into this film media visual format, it's very, like I said, it's just very interesting. It's very unique in its own fucking way. Like I love Curry Barker. I love Obsession. You could remake Obsession 10 years from now and it still be the same movie. Because at its core, it's a very simple fucking premise, which is part of why the film works to begin with. But still, you know what I mean? It's not unredoable.
I wonder if like it's like, oh, this is based on stuff that happened to me as a kid, like kids he grew up with or even had a classroom with, like in their lives, like even with like the kid whose parents basically get like possessed and taken control of. Maybe he like knew a kid that was like kind of abandoned and malnourished.
Yeah.
Maybe he had this friend that was like struggling with alcoholism, and maybe he had this also like friend. I mean, there's also the teacher that's also struggling with alcoholism. Literally, she like so. I don't know. It's just conjecture at this point.
A lot.
But I want to say this before I forget it again, because
The Archetype Store.
The Archetype
Store.
I
I haven't been yet. It sounds delightful. I would like to go. I will be there.
He's been invited both times, but this is a busy man.
The last time I had a 20-minute notice. I had just clocked out of a fucking 8 to 9 hour shift at work. A 20-minute window of knowing when stuff is happening does not work well for Matt Damon.
No, it's not super fair on my part, but in my defense, I also didn't know until like that day,
Right.
and like not like maybe an hour or so before I called you. I was so the first time I went was just to check out the store with a close friend of the show.
Shout out Kyle.
And so yeah, we went and checked the store out. He thought there was some people there that would be worth me meeting. Super cool guys there that work there. Got to meet. It was perfect.
That's so funny.
We got to meet a couple of the managers and people who know, like, who have ever bought into fashion in the Columbus area or even further. Who, if you've ever been to Saks Fifth at the Polaris Mall, you just can't not know Sandy. Sandy is I forget, like some crazy stat, like the #1 men's apparel seller or like salesperson of Saks and like either all of Ohio at least, but it might even be the country. She deserves that title anyway. She's the dopest person, and I've known her since I like bought my first Gucci belt as a wee tyke. Then this store in Columbus, it's right across from the convention center, I believe, like a little past Short North. Perfect little spot where you're not getting a bunch of the chaos from the Short North, but you're getting its traffic, if that makes sense. You're not right in the grit of it where it's like, oh, that man's throwing up in my stoop. But you're getting the guy on his way to go throw up on somebody's stoop. You know what I mean? Before intoxication.
They're gonna fucking hate this shout out.
Why?
We're never getting the pop up.
No. What are you talking about? I'm saying it's a perfect spot. I'm saying you get the people. Let me backtrack. You get the people that are coming to that area from where they live or they work.
Right.
But you're not right in front of a bar that's like drunk people might throw a brick through your window because why not?
Right.
Like it's in the heart of the city.
Right. Not like far enough to be towards like Mikey's late night slice and stuff, but it's more towards
It's like independent in between like the financial district and the university district.
The northern end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying good things. So you go into the store. It's a beautifully made store. You could say conflict of interest, but like honestly, Columbus, Ohio needs the culture to thrive. I don't see it that way. I think it's just a cool thing that I had the experience of seeing for myself, and I highly recommend people check out the store. It's a bunch of carefully curated high-end streetwear in a store that's ran by people from around here, grew up around here, and care about here.
Great people.
Great people. And so I got to check it out. There's a bunch of pieces in there that I'm looking forward to copping soon. The inside of the shop just looks sick too. Like I'm not trying to like dick ride too much, but like it's a cool design. And I honestly was like, shout out Bob. I was like, some of his artwork would not look out of place in here, because they even had these like little mini statues that kind of mimic some of the live cast stuff. That
it would make Bob's year if one of those pieces could get fucking sold.
Yeah, we got to do an ad for Bob here soon, but the website's down.
Make him a new one.
At one point, he did have a website.
Well, let's make him a new one. Squarespace. Whatever the fuck, whatever Kill Tony advertisement, we can use the promo code for it.
Squarespace. Not until you pay us. I'm going to bleep that.
Shopify for your business.
And so it was cool. People there are cool. And then I came back again because I was informed that the owner, shout out Chase, he was there. I wanted to get to meet him and pick his brain a little bit. Cool guy to talk to because he's in a similar space. Has really cool things he's looking to do is all I'll say. We talked about that and what it's like kind of growing up here and trying to do something in the creative sense, which brought your name up, talked about what I'm doing. He talks about what he's doing and plans to do. It was really cool. And I guess I'll just say the Archetype place was really cool. I had fun going there, and maybe you'll hear more about it from somebody else that might be on.
Hell yeah. I will be going there at some point soon.
Promise.
I'm going to do it.
Well, we're gonna go back to buy some shit.
It's
So
going to happen.
I'm gonna save up a little money, and then me and Kenzie are probably gonna go buy something. You can come then too. What else? Oh yeah, I feel like I got. Should we do the ring thing or the fake monkey savior?
So we are about 2 hours deep into
No,
this
we're an hour.
episode right now.
We are only an hour. That shows how much fun he's having.
No, but that literally says 2.
No, that's the beats or whatever.
Oh,
That's the time.
dog,
You've been here for like 2
I
hours.
was looking at that the whole time.
Oh,
and I'm
really?
Like, damn,
No.
time's going by fucking fast, man.
No, it's only been an hour and 7 minutes.
Okay,
and
I'm slow
probably
as
4 of them
fuck.
are cut.
Look at me not knowing how to read Garage.
We can end soon, but that's what I was asking. Like,
Okay, so no, we're doing great actually.
Okay.
So fucking, what were the options again?
so we could talk about the story with. I'm skeptical of whenever I see an online animal being saved and it's posted, and I'll explain why.
AI.
With the monkey, no, not even that. It's even more worse. Or we can talk about the Ring community. You know, people would post their footage of Ring, like, oh, look at this cute little cat that walked up on my doorstep, or like, oh my God, I was almost burglarized. He followed me home, and I shut the door just in time, and thank God I have this Ring footage to show you. And I don't know at what point within the app creation process they added a community section, which is basically people in your area making reports that are not verified at all, and you could either find something that's hilarious and obviously trying to be hilarious,
Right.
or you find somebody's mental downfall and exposed fears out in the world.
So it's like the Citizen app.
Yes.
Okay.
Meaning, within the next 24 hours, I'm likely to have a notification tell me,
Right.
why is there people shooting outside? The other day, I had somebody, and don't hate me, this is what it said, word for word, at 3 in the morning, I get
Direct quote.
a notification that says, why are Muslims riding out front? And I'm like, and they're like talking about like right down the street.
Yeah.
That post was
riot?
removed in the quickness, by the way.
Yeah.
It was put out and then taken down immediately because I was very curious.
Schizophrenics can live anywhere.
Well, and then like there was one time me and my girl were going to go to the gym, and somebody in my area is like, man with knife rolling around the gym area. And like she looks at me, she's like, so should we not go? And it's like, I'm not going to let anybody get in the way of my gains.
Right.
And it wasn't a knife, it was a gun. I brought a knife because I was like, if there's a guy with a gun, I'll bring a knife. Makes sense.
Good trade.
So, I mean, what? Am I going to try just hands or knife?
Well, there's the old adage: don't bring a knife to a gun.
I'm not going to bring
Have
my
a gun.
AR-15.
Get a smaller gun.
I'm money.
Get a 38 special for like fucking $250.
We were
out
just
to.
talking about the 38 special the other day.
I'm gonna get one.
I
want one.
I want a 6 Sauer.
We'll talk about guns
Yeah.
off YouTube.
I think we've had this conversation before.
Probably.
But yeah, I do want a handgun because the AR-15. Even if I try and protect myself through here with that, I'm likely to like hurt one of my neighbors with it. It's gonna go through a wall. And what? What?
White.
How is that what I'm talking about? Potentially killing somebody with like crossfire.
Yeah.
That was a white.
Aim better, you scared honky.
No, I'm talking about like aim better. What if I shoot you through the neck and it just goes through and into the wall? It's a 5.56.
Center mass.
Shut up.
Know your caliber, know your angles.
Yeah, I get it, but I have a point. I just definitely do.
You do have a point.
It's like saying like, yeah, I'm gonna like defend my house with this like Barrett 50 cal, but by the way, it's a duplex.
It's a duplex.
It's like yeah, you're also gonna kill Skipper next door. It's like
Blowing someone's mounted TV off the wall.
what the fuck, dude? It's like sorry, my dog. I thought my dog was intruding.
Hope you have insurance.
Yeah, it's so, and like you hear horror stories of that. I've had to use that gun before.
Oh man.
I had a crazy roommate before and I had to use it.
Gee, like did you like hit him with it?
The stock of it, yeah, it was one of
yeah.
my greatest moments.
Just to whip a hussy.
Shout out, redacted.
Shout out redacted.
But no, like as a real, yeah, you like came home drunk, wanting to fight me because of things he found snooping through my personal
You
messages.
told me about this.
Yeah, and then he like comes home drunk and like, look, I don't want to fight.
Classic
Like
activity.
you're drunk. Like I
Yeah.
just not interested. He kicks in my door and I'm just sitting there with it across my lap. I'm like,
Right.
just stop. You're drunk.
Yeah.
Like the reason you're mad is also insane. The way you're handling it is also insane. Just stop. He goes to grab it, which you don't do. Don't
Right.
grab somebody's gun.
Redacted's never made the best decisions.
No, Redacted has always not been bright.
Yeah.
Shout out Redacted or whatever hole he's in. I hope it's enjoyable for him right now. We wish the best for everybody. But no, he like grabs the gun, and I was just having me in this position where like I pull back on it, like on the stock end of it, and then I just jam it forward. So I basically just like, Call of Duty meleeed him, like with the stock of the gun right in the jaw, and it subdued him momentarily, and then he threw a tantrum. At which point, Redacted stepped in. 2 Redacteds. I'm trying to keep, but the Redacted 2 is cool guy. Redacted.
God
1
bless
sucks.
Redacted.
God bless Redacted 2.
God bless Redacted.
We
too.
all, yeah.
Big fan.
I like that we can speak in this code. We know each other well enough to know
Yeah.
who 1 and 2 are.
I know your life. Yeah.
Yes. So, shout out Redacted. Put that on your bingo cards. Where were we? Ring Community. Yeah. I have a horror, like, we can read a couple of them right now. I can tell you what's going on.
Okay. So you've got fake Muslim riots. I'd imagine you've got other
Sounds so bad.
other people saying other salacious things about other races.
The app's on my girl's phone. I just have to tell you stories or go grab it. But, like, it's literally, I get it. I'm not where,
so
and
sorry.
make the white joke again.
For hours.
Make the white
really
joke again, but I'm not where shots are fired every day. And the people around me believe shots are being fired every day, like every week, multiple times a week. We're talking like, does anybody know this guy? And then like insert picture of like guy walking his dog on the street. It's like, calm down, dude.
Yeah.
You're not in a fucking Mission Impossible movie. There's no like
No one fucking
hitman.
cares.
Somebody posted a video of a fucking fox. It's like,
This fox is
was-
gang stalking me.
saw this fox the other day walking my dog. Here it is on my front yard at night. When are they going to do something about this? It's like, about what? Wildlife?
Someone better come start shooting these animals.
Yeah, then if somebody shoots it, there's going to be a guy be like, there's blood everywhere.
Tired of sharing my planet. Pay taxes, fox.
Yeah, literally.
Who'd you
And they're
vote for?
coyotes, by the way. We have coyotes out the butt here.
Well, shoot a Yodi. Yeah, that just makes sense.
Coyotes suck. They're
It's that living
I
in
heard
the
'em-
country in
Me
me.
and my girl were walking at night one time, and we heard them fucking or fighting or something. Oh my god! I thought that was my good one.
Coyotes fucking would be crazy.
Those
What does that even
squealing,
sound
Those-
like?
ah, like thumbnail, but like literally shrieking bloody murder. I don't think it was. I don't even think it was dying. I think they were fucking.
Huh.
Yodi fucking.
Yodi.
Episode title.
You Yodi fucker.
So yeah, I mean
That bitch fucks coyotes. Don't touch her, man.
coyotes.
Dog
Coyotes are-
pussy.
Coyotes are the mutts of the wild. They're just kind of nasty. What even is a coyote?
Yotes are like a fucking. I'm pretty
like
sure
inbred.
fox fucked dog and then inbred. Yeah, they're just dumb. Well, they're not that dumb. They're pretty fucking dumb.
Well, they eat
compared
my
to, like,
trash.
a husky, as far as dogs go, but they're resourceful and they hunt in packs. And the pack mentality does show that there's like a societal hierarchy at play, which is a display of intelligence. So Yotes aren't like retarded or nothing, but I used to live out in Johnstown, Ohio, where there was
That's
like
where I live.
a fuck ton of
Right now.
coyotes and horses and farms and just shit. And so growing up, I'd hear a lot about like, coyotes and what have you, eating chickens, doing bullshit, killing animals. And so I was kind of scared of them for a long time when I was a kid. And then a neighbor shot one in the fucking face. I didn't see him do it, But just the fact that like, and I was a child. I was almost taller than my neighbor, who was the father of my friend. Shout out Garrett. I love you, guy. Um, no, his father shot this fucking thing and it died. And
Shot it and it died.
just knowing that this shorter than me man was capable of shooting this thing and putting it down, I was like, I could probably fucking kill a coyote.
I was literally like,
you know?
taught me what I was capable of.
Yeah.
Then I went out and killed the whole pack.
Yeah,
I had that with
bare hands.
I had that with a rabid raccoon. My neighbor like gunned it down in a cul-de-sac, and just kids crying.
Oh my God, did I ever tell you about the time my dad made me shoot a raccoon?
No,
Okay, so this is I've had a traumatized fucking little
enlighten me.
So when I used to live out in Johnstown, we had this 2-sided bird feeder. It just the split feeder thing at the top. It's got a feeder here,
I like a bird feeder.
Exactly. Yeah. But squirrels kept fucking with it, and raccoons kept fucking with it. And so one night, a raccoon got its like foot or something stuck on like where the beam splits to separate the 2 feeders or some bullshit like that.
I don't like where this is going, Matt.
And my dad got real excited, and he was a big gun nut at the time. He handed me, it was a chrome finished M1911, like literally
It's a small gun.
Black Ops zombie fucking starting gun, but like pack-a-punched essentially.
Yeah.
It looked really cool. In hindsight, the gun looked really cool, but it was terrifying. And so he's got me, or titanium, not
You
chrome.
want to take
yeah.
a life?
Oh, essentially, yeah. So he grabs me. I'm just upstairs. I'm like watching Bakugan or something, and just like playing Club Penguin. And my dad comes and gets me, gun in hand, and he's like, "Come with me right fucking now." And so I go downstairs, and he just
I'm
whips.
picturing him in the underwear, by the way.
You're not far
like
off.
boxers,
like
he's like-
shirt, underwear. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
like
But I was
Walter White.
focused on up
addict.
here because up here was his face, eyes, and the gun. So fucking, he whips open the front door really fast, and this raccoon is just sitting there, and it's kind of struggling to whatever. And then my dad, he grabs me, and I'm a smaller at the time, of course. He puts me in front of him, and then he fucking,
Oh my god!
he holds my hands up in position to fire the gun. And then he just starts having me, like, he puts his finger over my small finger over the trigger and just starts having me shoot the life out of this raccoon.
Multiple times?
Yeah, no, he literally had me dump clip into this fucking raccoon. I swear to goddamn God, I'll
The
never
proper
forget
term
the
is
shit.
magazine.
And well, I don't give a fuck. I'm the traumatized one. I don't give a shit. I'm literally dumping dick into this fucking raccoon. No diddy, and it's just it's fucked. It falls out of the thing, but then it's still moving. So then it's coming at us, and my father then has me start aiming at this thing's face, and then I'm shooting a raccoon in the face.
You're shooting a Nazi zombie gun, and you get a crawler.
Literally, yeah. I turn a raccoon into a crawler because I fuck up its limbs with gunfire, and then it kept trying to inch its way towards us once it hits the grass, and then I shot it in the face. Well, my father made me. He's the one making me do all of this.
Sure.
He made me shoot it in the face.
You know what I think, Matt? I think this story's fabricated. I don't think your father was there. I think you took your
was
father's
just
gun
me.
and you just murdered a raccoon.
Why are these raccoons fucking up my property?
Dad was there. I swear to God.
Yeah, no, that shit was fucked up. Yeah, he had me kill that raccoon, and then it almost felt like punishment for doing the thing he made me do, but he made me grab the snow shovel the next morning and pick up its fat, dead, limp-ass, dead-weight body and shuck it across our driveway. At the end of our driveway, it goes kind of down a hill, right, and then there's like the street that intersects, but there's a horse farm directly across from where we lived. So my dad wanted me to, as a child, scoop up this fat-ass, shell-filled raccoon with a snow shovel, take it down the hill, and then chuck it uphill over a fence into my neighbor's horse farm property.
Raccoon don't roll uphill.
I had to do this at least 5 times that I can recall, and that was also traumatizing.
With different raccoons?
No, the same one, because I kept missing the angle to get it over the fence. So it's just dead raccoon flopping back down at me. It's scaring the piss out of me.
Shout out this neighbor.
I'm crying the whole time I'm doing this. Rose Horse Farm. God bless you. Great horses, good people. Buy a horse today. I think they're still in business. I hope. I don't know.
Maybe we'll do an ad for Rose Horse Farm.
We sure should. But they, yeah, no, just awful. So just a little bit of Matt Damon child lore. It's all bad. It's all really bad.
I have a story that differs quite a lot.
I hope so.
It's very short. I mean, I remember when I was a kid for Christmas, my stepfather gave me a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
I opened the bow and arrow excitedly, and I quickly, Christmas morning, remember walking around with the bow and arrow, and I look out our back screen door, and I see multiple deer in the screen door. As any kid would, I'd hope.
Right.
I start aiming.
Yeah.
Then my stepfather steps in and says, Julian, that's illegal. You can't kill the deer.
Yeah.
I said, why not? And he said,
why not? See, you're a psychopath. I was crying while this was happening. I'm white hot lead, just tears streaming down my face, and I'm screaming, and my dad's
God.
like, get him, yes. You're like, but what if I do it? You sick fuck.
What's so about dinner for weeks?
Venison's delicious.
Dude, I mean, my dad, like, hates deer. Shout out, Bob.
Bob hates deer?
Yeah, he hates
Why does
deer.
he hate
He
deer?
thinks they're like a waste of space. Every time he hears about one getting hit on a road, he's like, good.
Scoreboard.
Yeah, literally, scoreboard. And, like, I remember me and my girl, like, celebrated our anniversary of having, like, a cake fight, right? We did it in his backyard. Yeah. And there's, like, cake left over. We're like, hey, we're going to go clean it up. Like, afterwards, he's gotten home at this point, and he's like, don't clean it up. The deer will eat it. And I was like, but don't you hate deer, Dad? And he said, yes. I think it'll make them very sick. And I was like, what?
That's animal cruelty. That's fucked.
So, well, maybe redacted. I don't know. But, like, I think he was joking. I think he ended up getting it, but who knows? Bob's a sick and twisted mind.
Eclectic guy. That's what I love about Bob. He's an interesting, layered guy. He's like an onion man.
Which is why we're having him on as our first guest in the home studio to prepare for many, many more guests.
Yes.
Because how can you do anything without?
You know what just dawned on me. Sorry. This is for us. you'll get to benefit, but this is for us. We can just put the third chair right fucking here and then green screen.
Third chair of like a guest?
Yeah, just put Bob right fucking here.
Here or like in between us?
No. Stagger it behind. He's just slightly behind. He's taller.
Then I can't see him.
Yeah, you can.
What are you talking about? If he's right here?
Just turn like this. Like how I'm turned right now.
Doesn't make any sense, Matt.
No, so
I think that's the worst idea you've ever had.
how I'm turned right now. Bob Giorno, right, or whoever, until we have a longer space.
I actually have a better idea.
What are you thinking?
I mean, like, the sink might be in the way a little bit, but wouldn't it make more sense if we put the camera like here or like something like here in this area, and then he's sitting like across from us where it catches? We have that back and forth action. Wouldn't that make sense? Where it's not a lineup, more as like we could get. I'm sure we could find some way where we can make it work, where we get the side-on shot, and it's like maybe you there, me here, and him right there.
But then
Yeah, there is the
doobie wob.
The doobie wob. Oh, the green. Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause I know this sounds silly and stacked up, but then all three of us are right. I mean, he's also taller than us, so it'll kind of work prospectively. And then we just kind of we could just kind of sit like this. You know what I'm saying? This ain't bad.
I'll have to chew on it.
With the angle we have right now, with zero sync, we could just bob and then screen and then we won't even have the screen for Bob. So it's really
We'll have to use it for redacted.
Yeah.
Kyle.
We might have it for. I don't know. I'll probably get one ordered in the next day or two.
Shout out, Matt.
My bad.
We love you. And so, I mean, I feel like on that note, we've given you guys quite a lot to turn on. I think this was a fun episode.
Good times. Good
know what's ahead as far as the show and the brand.
Yeah.
For now, what you can do is you can support the both of us in the following ways that we're about to tell you about. For me, for us, you can go to shootemindesigns.shop. please check out the lovely work that we have out currently. There are 2 collections on there, and they're both driven through feeling and story behind every little stitch. The Stillman collection has a very meaningful story attached to it that you can learn about through our 2024 lookbook, which is on our website. Link is in the description. Go get yourself a piece for an affordable price of Italian, ethically made luxury streetwear. Super comfortable, looks great. Let us know what you think. You'll love it. All that stuff's in the description. Please like, comment, and subscribe, especially those last 2. Subscribe and comment will be that's some fun we're yet to tap into. Let us know, what you think about this look. Let us know what you think about what could be used with this green screen. Maybe a Patreon coming soon. We don't know yet, but if you guys feel...
we're trying to make sure it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be for a very cheap price, and we would like to know what people might want out of that. A little extra content every month.
We will kiss for money.
And think could be fun and an easier way to possibly support. I missed the joke. I'm sure it was lovely. Let us know about that, especially if you're still watching, because you're a true fan.
Thank you for making it this far into the episode.
How could they not? I love this show.
If you're still here, you see what people don't know, and what we need to spread the word about, but not to too many people, which is why we can only bring it up at the end of the episode. If you stay through a full episode of The Condition, you might not notice right away, but your penis actually grows a 1/4 centimeter every time you finish an episode.
Yeah.
You give us 100 episodes. Man, that's some girth on your dong.
I mean, if you're here now, just check, because we're not lying.
You'll feel it. It's like the Tooth Fairy. When you go to bed, you'll just simply wake up with a slightly fatter cock. Dude.
And then, I don't know if everybody else gets this, but I've noticed, whenever I watch through the end, all the way through to the end, and comment and subscribe, I end up hearing, the next day that, my worst enemy, stubbed their toe. Or, sometimes they're, something bad happens to them.
See, I don't get that unless I click one of the links in the description and spend money. Then that's usually when that kicks in for me. Yeah,
that's what's crazy is I've done that, so maybe that's why. But then I've bought things, and then something else weird happens where everybody's just what happens to me when I exceeded my creativity? What happens to me when I buy something? I mean, there was this one time where people were just walking up to me saying that how awesome I was. They were just praising me.
Well, did you also listen to my music?
Oh shit! What happens when you listen to your music? I haven't ever. No,
I was hoping you were just gonna say yes, and I was gonna say The Perfect Cocktail.
No,
that was we had a thing going on there. That was good for a second. I was
kidding. I listen to it all the time. That's why my dick's so big right now. Pause.
Girth.
All right.
Girthed. All right.
Fucking
yeah.
Well,
what
shout
a
out your
fucking
stuff.
what a flub at the end.
Was that a flub?
What a fucking.
It's just.
The ball hit the floor.
Fuck. That's every time with me in sports. Really, they're oh, we're about to get a home run. Toss it to Julian, and it's fucking. I don't get the touchdown.
Sound like fucking Yahir and fucking When Evil Lurks.
That movie's pretty good.
It's a film.
What do you have to let the people know
It
about?
exists. Watch the movie. Let us know what you think in the comment section, please. I don't know. Clearly, we're kind of divided about it. And these are our genuine takes. This is not just to generate fucking engagement. Oh, well.
It's already the end.
Okay, so R.I.P. the camera, R.I.P. the visual component. Your hog is fat. You know what to do. Hit the links in the description. Listen to my music. My name is Matt Damon everywhere. Don't go watch The Odyssey. Fuck Matt Damon.
We didn't even get to talk about The Odyssey.
Listen to my music instead, and good. Hit up Schooneman.designs. Please buy
Schoonemandesigns.shop.
Schoonemandesigns.shop. Please buy some stuff. We have wonderful things over there, man. Please.
Since there's no camera, all these things will be on the screen.
Exactly.
I'll put your link and my link.
Yeah, just pictures of us
also in the
doing fun
description.
stuff. Fucking.
I don't want to put those pictures on there.
That's for the Patreon.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking God be with you. Text your mother that you love her. Jack off for the homies. Jack one off for the homies.
Pause.
Kiss your friends goodnight.
If you
Stay
can
in
see, I'm walking
school.
away. No, but yeah.
And don't go to Tel Aviv.
Yeah, shout out that. Love you. Peace be with you. Peace.